trying this for the third time because this camera started auto zooming on my face. And I don't want that. So hopefully this works. Please don't zoom in my face. Okay. All right. So, and there's like lovely light in front of me. We are going to do this recording. This is like way too many times I've tried to do this recording. I got a microphone finally, and I'm pretty sure it's working because there's actually a light. I definitely recorded this full recording last week, and this was not charged and it was not on. So there's only like very small bits that you can hear me usually when I'm talking up close. So I'm a little bit hesitant today to step away from the camera. But I am going to try using a microphone for real this time. And because of that, I'm going to do 2 recordings because I'm behind on back to back hopefully today. That's the hope. I might have to get my daughter because this is taking so long to get started. And I'm going to do it when I get home later. But I'm really trying to get this finished quickly. So I'm going to be doing both these combos on both my loops and my chains today to try and save a little bit of energy and this thing. So starting with our warm up, let's go left and right of our head. And looking up and down, chest and looking up. And let's do half rolls forward. Go back. Let's move into our shoulders. Fortunately, I have been still dealing with some shoulder pain in my right side. So part of this combo might be a struggle right at the end for me personally, but it's okay. And reverse the direction. Let's bring our hands to our shoulders. Reverse. And swing arms. My shoulder reverse. And let's bring our arms out to a T and circle our forearms. Reverse direction. Widen our stance and use some torso twists. And let's reach it over our belly. Stretch out our side. And hand opposite foot. And our feet together, big toes are pointing out. I'm going to do 7 squats total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding our 7th one down. 6, and either hands to knees or elbows to knees. Straighten your legs and find a straddle pulse. Camera down so you can see me better. For actually, I was an open lunch today. Think about her stood up. So we were in a straddle, stand up. Let's go to a downward dog. Settle the heels. Bring that right leg straight up to the sky, bend it through our hands, and then we're gonna straighten and bend here. Take that left or right leg, straighten. And then back to our left leg and step. Left leg through our hands. Straighten and then maybe that left leg again. Set and completely straight. Back down and dog. And after this, we're going to go to tabletop. Let's go to our cat cow. Okay. First. And all right. I'm going to do my calculus because those are actually one of the things that I first shoulder. So we are going to go ahead and move into our ground conditioning. We're going to do 45 seconds. If you want, you can hold your straddle the whole 45 seconds. That's your torture for me. So I like to do a little bit of a sequence. I do right leg, a little leg, left leg. Some people feel with that one harder. So choose your poison. And begin. Come point. Talking to nobody. You when I'm in the middle of this. We're a third of the way done. My left hip is already cramping. "30 seconds, 15 more to go. Three, 2, 1, relax. Okay. Now, let's go into, we're going to do 15 sit-ups. Legs up, hands above our head, and chest up to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. Moving into conditioning on our apparatus. Spew again. I will probably be spending the majority of the time on the loops. So let's start with our rows. Let's just do 5 total. So for me personally, if I have access to my loops, I do like to create like a wrap around my wrist. So my hands are in my loops. I'm kind of like palms towards face, but I'm grabbing the loops of the fabrics with my thumb and my index finger and create kind of a lock here. I'm going to grab on with my hands, and then I'm going to lower myself into a hollow body position facing the ceiling, and we're going to do 5 total. Oh no. Okay, and I can probably move this over a little bit too. All right. One, two, three, four. We're gonna do our reverse overs. I don't care if they're reverse overs with loops together or if you do the reverse over kind of like separating the loops. We're just gonna do 3 total. So hold on. I'll do 2 like this and then one of the other ones just for confusing, but my loops are just right now. And one of my loops, you know. All right. Hopefully we feel warm. Warm enough. Okay, so this combo is really similar to another drop I taught a little while back. But it's kind of like the reversed version of it. So I'm going to be one of my loops or my chains. And as always, I will show, even though I'll probably spend most of this video on my loops, I will show the combo on the chains as well. So we are going into, whenever I have, like when I'm starting like this, I do like to find like some form of a pose where I am kind of like owning my shape start here while I cut off my legs. I think that's still good the gist. I'm not going to spend much time. So you can sit, and I usually like to kind of like grab a leg into this like little stag position with my feet. It doesn't matter which hand is on the loop, which hand is not on the loop, which hand is free. I would just say that obviously you're going to take your free hand towards ideally the same leg. I guess you could totally grab the other one. Can be different shapes. I don't think there's a right or a wrong there. But again, personally, I just like my right hand, and I'm grabbing the same way as I was grabbing when I was doing my rows. My hand's in the loop, and then I'm grabbing the fit. And then you can either just do cross legs, and take 3 legs, 3 hands in the same. First shape, from here we are inverting, like we're inverting on a hammock, and straddling, and we are crocheting both of our legs and going up. So, if you've been taking my videos, you might remember the drop that we took from there. So, it is the same thing. I will show you what that looks like. Pushing against my loops, push, and I'm closing here. If you want, you could feed your legs in and pose this inverted waterfall, but you have to figure your back here. So that's like an extra step that you do a gazelle, where I have one leg just bent in front of both of my legs, or you could do it in front of one foot, probably easier. And again, you can pose. So personally, whenever I'm doing a thread through to like when I'm crocheting my legs, I like to start with a gazelle on the same side line that I like it. So I tend to be right sided. I prefer my right leg to bend on my right line. Now we have 2 loops here. So the one that's in our hand is like completely out of the question here. If you prefer to have the space open on your left side, that's totally a vibe. You can do I am very for the right side of my body, unfortunately. So it'd probably be way more of a vibe if we took your left leg up to the left. So together. Here. And your back. And grab both arms. One. Find here. And those are our shoes. So from your crochet, straddle. One leg is going to go on the inside, and I'm going to flex that foot. You want to focus here? Also, still on the bind. And then this is personal here, but I like to take the other leg. When I crochet it, instead of having both legs up the flex, I bend that leg. The one leg is crocheted, flexing, and the other leg is crocheted. I take left hand up to the like 3 legs. Whatever knee is bent, that hand goes above and on. Then I bend the other leg and grab the same side. So from here, fine. And then we're going to straighten our legs and pull ourselves up. And then personally, if you want to hang here, you can. It makes you look a little bit more straddly. I think it's miserable, so I have to like sit myself up so that those straps are like not nearly as friendly as I am. Kind of like a resting point in my crotch area. It's a lot of fun, right? Yeah. So this is our first. I kind of call this like a star shape. So I'm literally just, owning the rotisserie chicken ham that I am right now. And then I lean back. So those are our first 2 shapes. Ones we have crochet. So currently we have 4 shapes that, actually more than 4, but they're all like very in sequence of themselves. I think I should lower this just a little bit. Okay. So we're going straight into a drop here. Now, I am the type of person who used to love drops when I first started doing aerial. I don't know why, because now I'm like a different person, and now I don't not like them. I just don't like crave them like I used to when I first started doing aerial. So, as always, there is a way to walk down a drop, and when I'm teaching drops, walking down isn't an option. Like you walk down your first attempt every time. If you have the balls to full send, that's amazing, but you should still walk it down so your body knows the mechanics and how to properly end. So we're doing that. If I don't full send at all, though, I should probably do it more. But it's not my favorite thing to do. I'm just going to go straight into the part of the where we're going to talk about crochet. And adjust so I'm comfy. So personally, I like to start my work when I'm doing all of these fun things. I like to my strap is in front, my free strap. However, to do this drop, we need it. Actually, technically, it'd be better for us. We need it in front of us. Because leaning back here becomes much more like a. I'm just saying it on. It looks very similar, but it's just hanging on. But I need free strap in front of the body. So I'm going to lean back, and my legs are going to straighten, and I'm actually going to reverse over into that other loop. And in that reverse over position that I show people that we do it all the time. Just kidding, all the time. It's how one of the reverse overs we do. I actually feel like I was trying to show that walk down as like straight as possible. And I don't know how it looked, but it actually might have been a little bit deceiving. Like you can bend your knees. I think bent knees is the way I should have gone. I thought straight legs would be more visible. And it might have looked pretty, but bending your knees and going back is like probably the least scary way to like walk this down. And I don't think walking it down is scary. I think this is just painful. Because we're in one loop and the loop has no give. It's Personally, a lot of squeeze on my inner thigh. Going just right back to our drop. I'm going to show the walk down with benefits. Leaning back and then straight legs all the way down and my knees to bed. And then all right. Let's show them. I want to get maybe the global Sudoku set. Okay. So we're looking in front. Okay. So I have another shape after this, which I think we've done before many times, but obviously like comboing is a little bit differently, or I think different, maybe not, who knows. But this is the move I was talking about. Rather than this combo went by really quickly, but that's okay. But this is the particular move that hurts my shoulder. It's so pretty, but momentum from the drop actually does. Can you imagine that? The momentum helps me get up. You don't have to, like, if you want to walk it down, like, please listen to your body. No one's forcing you to do anything, especially on a video. But as you can see, I'm rubbing my shoulder. If I don't do it with momentum, it hurts my shoulder too much. It's like a press up position. I'm having like bicep pain. That's presenting itself in the top part of my shoulder right here. So pushing with my biceps is what gives me pain though. So I'm going to show it one more time with momentum and getting up into the final position. But I am going to show it walking down as well. I just don't know if I can get into the pose walking down. So I want to at least show it and do it with momentum at least once. So let's do, I've been in this for what, like maybe 30 minutes. It's not the worst time, I don't think either, but I'm going to show the whole, I'll show the whole combo on this full send. Then I'm going to do it one more time walking down, and then I'm going to do it on my chains. First, yes. Those ones. And this is our back foot. Well, technically not back foot, but 17. Okay, all right. From here, if you guys know salto, we're setting ourselves up for a salto drop. So I personally, what I like to do is I like to grab one hand up high, other hand out wide. I like to keep that wide because if you flip forward, you can actually catch your leg, same thing. So out wide, forward, catch that leg into a wide cross. Now, as I was just talking about not liking drops, salto is one of the few drops that I'm like, for some reason, my body's like, we've got this, no problem. Salto shows up in many different aerial apparatuses too. So like I've done it in hammock and hoop and slopes and all of the apparatuses. So if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can walk down a salto again. I was just like, always walk down the first go. And I did walk it down. I've done this particular drop also like so many times, especially on my loops. I really like I said, holding it out wide so that I catch that leg. You don't have to though. You can just like go down to a gazelle. You can put it in front and go forward. And there's a few other things that you can do. So I'm going to do this one more time, not full send on the drop. I'm going to walk down the drop, still try to get up in that last position though. And then I'll walk down that drop as well. Love crocheting on loops. Let's try our gazelles. Okay. And then I salsa. And then walk down. You're just going to go to the side, catch that, and then. Okay. All right. Let's move over to the pain side. Just gonna lie, they're all painful and calorie. Okay. We'll do that. We have enough. Okay, I'm gonna take a video with my phone too because I like using this for the cover photos. Okay. I'm just gonna scratch on the chains. All right. For the chain one of my leg. All right. So let's first do that. You guys. That. Outline. Yay. All right. Fingers crossed this microphone worked this time and I don't have to record this again. Thank you for your patience as always and enjoy the recording. Okay, getting right into this recording. I briefly listened to some of the outtakes I had last time that you won't see. And I'm not entirely sure this mic is working as great as I want it to. So I'm gonna like scream this one because if I have to record another recording, I'll tell you. Okay. Okay. So beginning, real quickly, I'm gonna go into warm up. Honestly, It's probably going to get into a really weird recording. Hopefully this works, but honest, I'm probably just going to pause the recording after this, or maybe not even pause it, and just add the beginning of the last recording to this one for my warm up. So I don't know. I probably won't do that every single time, but I don't want to do another warm up and conditioning. Because I'm kind of running low on time, but I do want to get this recording done. So I have another drop combo. It's similar and different than the last video / the 2 drops that we've done that are kind of like that. But still really fun. And you can walk it down. The endings are very similar in terms of we're going to kind of end in a salto position. So that's why I stack these combos back to back. I guess that makes sense. So let's get into it. Let's get into the combo on our chains and our loops. And in case for whatever reason you're watching this video first and not the last one, I am going to do most of this combo on my loops, and then I'll switch over and do the ending on chains. So you can see that it is transferable. And in fact, really not much different in terms of what it is that we're doing on the chains. The chains are just usually a little bit heavier. Not usually, they are a little bit heavier. Now this combo though, we're going to be standing in our loops. So that is one where when I have performed this combo, just FYI. So I did it with, I think, just tights on. But when you're like doing combos and training them, if you have the ability to do loops and chains to save the bottoms of your feet, I would recommend starting on your loops because it gets painful. So now how I start this combo is very like kind of typical loops combo for me, Kristen. And I'm starting like in waterfall position, basically. So first of all, what is waterfall? Waterfall is when I'm in crucifix and one of my loops and I'm coming up, bringing both of my legs in, typically finding like my ankles, sometimes the balls of my feet on my other loop, and I'm outstretching my body until I'm literally like waterfalling, spilling over the top part of the loop. So from here, how am I going to get into standing? I like to take. Okay,